In Western Loudon Lacrosse, it's getting to be the same old song. Chantilly and Robinson again facing off for a title, this time the Conference 5 Concorde Championship. I'm Jeremy Huber, joined by Bill Malisco. And Bill, last year's matchup of these two teams in the conference finals, it was a double overtime win by Chantilly, and I think folks are thinking tonight could be that same type of game.
Definitely, and last year too, people forget it was a 2-day period. At around 9 o'clock the lightning hit, and 9 hours later they had to finish the game the next morning. But with the conditions tonight, we should get the whole thing in tonight. But yes, indeed, it's going to be a tight one for sure. And
really some very good players out on the field tonight. Taking a look at a real good player to watch for the Robinson Rams. With Chapman Jason had such an injury-plagued year, really started in that season last year, hurt his knee that game against Chantilly last year. But there it was, some of his highlights this season, had the huge game-winning goal against South County this season, really their biggest win of the year.
It was a great game, and everybody was wondering how he was going to come after the injury, and winning a big game at South County in a hostile environment was a great way for him to get things rolling.
And again, when you talk to the coaching staff for Robinson, they really say that Jason's almost like having that ace pitcher on the mound in baseball, where they say everybody else plays with a little more confidence when he's out on the field.
Big time, and defenses are sweating bullets on trying to stop him. So we're excited to see him get rolling.
Let's take a quick look at what Chapman had to say after that game-winning goal.
I just put my head down and knew we had to get a goal or it was going to be overtime, so I wanted to finish it right there. That team was a super good team. They came back and fought hard, but it feels good to get the win.
And almost ready for lacrosse here at Westfield High School. Time to face it off, and we are underway here in the Concorde Conference 5 Championship matchup. And quick whistle here, and we will see. It'll stay Robinson on the attack.
Yep, they had a nice little opportunity there, Chantilly off the win, but some sort of screen came, and here's Jason right away going to the hoop and drawing the foul.
Jason going to draw that foul, as you said, but an athletic move there. And I think, Bill, obviously, if they were playing him limited minutes early in the season because of that knee, he's
sort of screen came, and here's Jason right away going to the hoop.
Exactly, and you want to, get the first goal to fire up the sideline, fire up the fans, and fire yourself up. Nice to see him go to the hoop and draw the foul. We'll see what they can do in this 30-second EMO.
Yeah, Javin Ray going to be in the box for Chantilly, so we'll see if Robinson can get that early lead.
Nice little set here with the diamond up top, and the two guys, they can get some two-man game there if they get the defense overloaded on the ball side. That looks like Chantilly's doing a good job of keeping their activity. Nice shot. Nope.
I'm going to say
goal waved off, and Chantilly ball. And they should have somebody coming from the box in about 10 seconds, so it'll be interesting to see if they swing it over this way. But it looks like they just got some legs. So
they saying Robinson inside the crease there?
It could have been, or maybe it was a moving pick off that feed. I couldn't really tell. But the goal definitely didn't count, and so Chantilly's got a chance here to get things going.
And now again, back to even strength here, as now Chantilly possession looking for that early goal. And, folks watching those college games over the weekend, the quarterfinals, you saw early on the teams winning those face-offs, getting those early starts, sometimes getting out to that really big lead. I'm sure that Chantilly would love to do that, get out to that early start against Robinson.
Yeah, and I like how they're spreading Robinson way out, try to determine which kind of slide package they're coming with, also being able to sub their personnel on. And, they've got some guys, and they'll be able to match up against the shorties here and try to see what they can do. Oh, you can't run into a double, though. Good job pulling it out.
Yeah, Rizzo pulled it back, gets it back behind to Colin Zimmerman, one of the leading scorers for this Chantilly team. Zimmerman looking for something. He'll pull it back out and, again, recycle that offense.
Yeah, and he does a good job of never quitting. He's got a motor, and whatever the defense is throwing at him, he's going to be working and moving off picks if he's covered, and nice chance to feed there, and, he can do it all.
Again, Chantilly just one loss on the season, 14-1. That one came against South County, coincidentally a team that Robinson beat, handing South County their own loss, so their only loss of the year. So really two great teams when it comes to Northern Region lacrosse playing in this contest.
Yeah, and you can't run into double teams right there and expect good things to happen. That actually turned out to be a triple team. easy scoop for ground ball for Robinson, and they got a chance to clear now. And hopefully they'll be able to share the ball a little more next possession, because that's going to be tough to do for the duration.
Buchholz picked that one up and talk about that's what Coach Curran
wow.
is really liking. I'm going to give this one back over to Chantilly.
Yep, that was a quick 20-second call, but obviously they saw something. And nice, I like that, going to the hoop off the quick whistle. Sometimes you can catch defenses. They might be complaining to the official a little bit. They might be trying to process what the call was. So good opportunity for Chantilly. Now they get the ball at X to keep it rolling.
That one just wide of Kondracki, the goalie for Robinson. You're looking at a matchup here of first and second team goalies in the Concorde District.
Again, and a good job there of just playing a little two-man game from X. Probably a little farther shot than the Chantilly coaches would have liked, but again, they maintain possession with the backup. And it looks like they're overloading the ball sides. Some help side guys should be there if they continue to zip the ball to the cross crease.
Zayman looking to set something up behind the goal, looking for some movement from the rest of his teammates. Zayman makes a move to go inside, and will he find the back of the net? He will. Zayman, the first goal of the game, and Chantilly breaks on top, 1-0.
Nice little play there. Didn't change hands. He kept it in his right hand the whole way. Got a step around number 40 and just did a backhand dish. And you don't need to shoot that hard when you're that close. It's more placement, and Chantilly goes up 1-0.
And you kind of have to wonder a little bit, Bill, with this matchup with these two really good teams and some of their top-notch scorers. You talk about Zimmerman, Meehan on the Chantilly side, Jason, Daniel, and White on the Robinson side. Is it going to be a guy, maybe the lesser lights, that may have the big game that puts one team over the top?
It could be. That's the beauty of lacrosse when you're playing at a team. Nice face-off by Griffin Moore here. But when they're sharing the ball and, spreading the defense out, anybody can step up, and that's a nice way to get things going.
Robinson will bring it back out up top. Jack Smith with the ball. He'll dish it off, and again, Robinson will switch a few guys in and out, look to move.
Yep, and that was one of our keys to the game for Chantilly, when you score a goal to win the next faceoff and try to go on a run. And right there, they get the goal, but Robinson's able to control the face, and now they got a chance to tie as opposed to Chantilly maybe going up 2-0.
Again, on the attack. Pulling it back out again. Robinson early on being methodical here. Coach Kern was looking for more ball movement than his team gave him in the last matchup in the semifinal win in their matchup against Westfield. And
yeah, not the best play right there. I'm sure number 4 would like to have that back. Not real good angle on the shot, and he went to the crease. Easy opportunity for Chantilly to get the ball out and try to clear it. We'll see if this 20-second count is as fast for them as it was for Robinson.
And, of course, Meehan in goal, a really good player back there, getting all kinds of plaudits, and also a guy who can start that fast break. That's one thing Coach Curran was worried about, was taking – he said either the perfect shot that's going to beat him or go one that goes by, because I don't want him getting the ball in his cross and then throwing a long outlet pass off an easy save chance.
Yep, that's a great plan. It's interesting on those last 2 clears, one for each team. Rather than move the ball through the air, they tried to use their legs, and they ran out of time on both. And they're going to have to, zip the ball across the field and try to clear that way, I think, because these refs seem to have a quick count.
Jason gets it taken away, but he gets it back. Again, this field, artificial turf here, the field turf, so should be a nice night. Footing should not be a problem.
No, and it looked like there Chantilly was doubling early on that little drive. So it'll be interesting to see if Chantilly calls double from their help side guys, so the ball carrier can get rid of it and try to get some 3-on-2, 4-on-5 opportunities.
Anstus plays
nice
some good defense. That one's going to go wide of the net. Nice shot by White. Anstus, a 3-sport player here for Chantilly, plays football, plays basketball as well. So got a lot of athleticism back there on the midfield spot, going back playing some D. Yeah,
and it was a nice little rip by Chris White. If his overhand probably would have been more on target, but again, you're just trying to get shots going in the first quarter to try to test the goalie and also get your guys into the flow of shooting.
Remember, Robinson, the only meeting this season, Robinson lost 7-5, but again, early in the year played without Chapman Jason, actually lost 3 of their first 4 games, so this Robinson team has improved leaps and bounds really since that point of the season.
I would think so, and I also would think too, what you do in March, nice. what you do in March doesn't necessarily mean it's what you're going to do in May, and that was a nice little rip by Chris White again. Sidearm, this time he had more net to shoot at, went right under the goalie, and you know, again, not the hardest shot, but good placement again by a smart shooter.
Yeah, White going into the playoffs had 37 goals, so a lot of goals and scoring for him. Really the leading scorer on the team. Could have been Chapman Jason if he'd played a full season healthy, but again, you talk about some guys who can really put the ball in the net. That's what Robinson has.
Exactly, and again, now we'll see who gets this face off. Again, looks like 15's controlled it again, and didn't get it out clean, but he did get it out. See, Chantilly should be pressuring here now to try to keep him out of the box, but to no avail. And again, it could be tough for either team to go on a run if these face-offs are you know, not giving any sort of clear advantage to the hoop.
He subs in, and now Robinson taking their time again. Pretty methodical to start things off, looking to probe that Chantilly defense.
Yeah, you know, and this is actually something that goes into what Chantilly's, one of their keys was to try to keep the score low. You know, 1-1 with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter is just what they needed.
Shaw makes some nice moves, falls down, and he'll have to go back, reset, pass it back out to the front.
Pretty good position defense by the Chantilly players. They're not trying to take the ball away. They're not trying to get too fancy with their stick checks, just playing good body, taking away the middle, and can't fall down. Nice save.
And knocked away Zayman with the shot. Fight for the loose ball.
Yep. And I like the pressure too by Chantilly. Don't allow them to just get it off the inbound.
Let's have
nice ground ball.
Yeah, picked up, and now Robinson will retain possession that one as you get to hear the big crowd cheer from Robinson across the way.
Woo!
Good position down low, and they'll find the back of the net, and what a play there to score by Sam Shaw. Got great position, really put Patrick Meehan in no man's land.
Yeah, it looked like Meehan came out of the goal to try to body up the shooter because there's nobody there, and again, not a hard shot, just got to place it, hit pipe, bounce in, and Robinson, it all comes back to the ground ball that Roulette got on the defensive half off of the missed pass.
And the replay there, Shaw, again, as you said, Bill, just got really good position, really forced Meehan to come out of the goal and just beat him pretty easily.
Yeah, nice replay system, and it's always nice to see yourself score again, and that's a great ground ball there. Now Chantilly needs to get it down to the offensive end and set something up because this is trouble right here.
Coming up on a quick timeout going to be called by Chantilly. And
not a bad move. You know, you normally like to call